Hello, welcome to the Learn JavaScript series. In this video we are going to discuss for loops and iteration. Let's get started. For loops are a great way to perform an action repeatedly. There are different types of loops with different syntaxes, but they all do basically the same thing. Repeat an action a specified number of times. For example, if I wanted to log and order the numbers from 1 to 10, I could manually write a console log command 10 times with each number, or I could use a for loop, iterate from 1 to 10, and console log at each step. There are three expressions that typically make up a for loop. First expression is the initialization, where we define a variable to be used as a counter. We can also give that variable an initial value. If we are looping from 1 to 10, the variable would be declared with an initial value of 1. It is common to use the letter I to name this variable. Typically, this is referred to as the iterator or the index. The second expression is the condition. The condition is evaluated at the start of each iteration of the loop. If the condition is true, the code block inside the loop will execute. If it is false, it will stop the loop. The last expression is the update or the incrementation step. This expression is evaluated at the end of each iteration of the loop. Typically, this expression is used to increment or decrement the counter that is declared in the first expression. Let's take a look at an example. In this example, we are going to write a for loop that will start at 1 and count to 10. At each iteration, the number will be console logged. The first expression signifies that the loop is going to start at 1. The second expression signifies that the loop should continue while I is less than or equal to 10. The third expression signifies that after each iteration of the loop, I should increment by 1. Using the ++ symbol is shorthand for writing I equals I plus 1, or I is equal to the current value of I plus 1. When looping, the variables can be incremented or decremented by any value. I could be increased by 2 or 5 or more during each iteration. Similarly, I could be decreased by 1 or 2 or 5 or anything at each iteration. Let's take a look at an example of decrementing the value in the loop. In this loop, the first expression signifies that the loop should start at 100. It will continue to loop while the variable I is greater than or equal to 0, and at each iteration, the variable I will be decremented by 2. Using for loops is a great way to perform repetitive actions when programming. It can help when iterating over lists of information or pretty much any collection of data that follows a specific ordering. In the episode about arrays, I'll touch on how for loops can be used to iterate over elements of an array and retrieve each value. If you aren't sure what an array is yet, don't worry, we'll get there. That wraps up this introduction to JavaScript for loops. As always, the description of this video will contain a link to a code sandbox that contains the code I've written. Feel free to take a look at that and play around with it. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great day.